Are you considering to move countries but you don't know what to do? Shall I move or no? How do I decide? This is a really difficult question and I hope that I'm gonna help you make it. Hey, it is Hera Kruja and welcome to Passionate Me. I'm gonna share with you all of my secrets. We'll talk about lifestyle, mindset, fashion, beauty, health and much more. As you know, I have lived in different countries. I have lived in Greece, in Sweden, and now in UK. So I think that I have a pretty good experience to show you what you need to consider in order to be able to move in a country, and if that is something that you want or not, because it's not for everybody. So at the moment I'm living in the UK and I have managed to progress really quickly. So in 1 year I became from an assistant to actually being a senior manager, to leading teams, and then later on I became a business manager. How did I take the decision? How did I choose the country? And how did I know that I should move countries? So obviously this decision is one of the most difficult decisions that you will take in your life, and it can change your life completely. So you need to ensure that you have thought about it very, very well. I'm gonna try to break down my thoughts and I hope it helped you, but this is what I considered and how I made the best, I think, choice for me at the moment regarding the country and the moment that I wanted to move. First of all, number one, you need to consider why. Answer that why. Why are you thinking to do that? And that why needs to be very well defined and strong in your mind, because that why will be your drive when you will have difficult moments, and that will be the light in your tunnel. Actually, I was in a good job. So what made me change? It was my why, because I wanted more that I could see that I can have there. And I'm not saying that you won't find your opportunity in the country that you are, but I knew for sure that the possibilities were much less than going somewhere else. If you want to go somewhere abroad, you need to think the long-term aspect of it, because in a short term things will be difficult for you because you're changing whole country and whole environment. So it will definitely be difficult for you in the beginning, unless you're going there as a student, and that is completely another experience. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a decision for life that I want to move there. Number two, that is very high on my list, is considering what sacrifices are you really willing to do. Because as I said, going to another country means most of the times, if you're one of the lucky people that you just applied for a job before you moved to that country and it was actually higher level from what you had already, then that is amazing. Apart from that, in most situations you will need to downgrade a bit, to go lower levels, because that will be a bit easier for you in that way to find a job for different reasons, for documentation reasons, because your degrees may need to get recognized. It may take some time from many aspects, and in order to be able to find your dream job, sometimes you need to live in that country, because those kind of jobs may not have such a huge needs as other kind of jobs, which means that they are not very well, let's say, organized in order to get people from abroad. That doesn't mean that it won't happen, but I'm talking about possibilities and percentage of chances, basically. Sacrifices that you're willing to do is really important, because for sure you're gonna lose your friends, you won't have them close to you, you won't have your family close to you, you will be in a different environment that we don't know if you will know the language or not, so depending on which country you're choosing and if you know that language, so it will be difficult in the beginning. And speaking from my experience, I came in the UK having master degrees, but I needed to start in a lower level as an assistant until my degrees got recognized. Knowing my why kept me of not giving up and actually trying very, very hard to achieve my goal as soon as possible. Number three is considering what you gain and what you lose. It is very well connected with your why, but you need to be aware, as I said before, what you're losing. You may be losing for now a good job, you may be losing, as I said, your family that are not close to you, etc. But you're going for this goal because in the long term, you know that this and this and this is possible for you to achieve. So being very aware of that. Number 4 is trying to understand and make the decision. If you say that, okay, I'm gonna go, where do you go? Which is the best country that you can go? So how are you gonna decide that in which country it's best to go? I will talk from my case, for example. I wanted a country that won't be far away from my family, so I knew that it's Europe. I wanted a country that I speak the language because I didn't want to waste time in order to be able to learn the language. I was thinking that I want to progress quickly professionally, and in order to be able to progress and to be a manager, you need to have a good level of the language of the country that you're going to. Because, for example, now in my case, I need to sign contracts, I need to give directions, I need to publish things, so I cannot do that if I just speak basic English. Setting exactly the setting, considering many things, language, help that you may have, possibilities, opportunities for the job that you may have, salaries, quality of life, doing a lot of research. Now we are very, very fortunate to have internet with us and to be able to find out the quality of life that there is in the country that you want to go. It's very, very important. The information is there. And I'm sure that you can find many people that live there even if you don't have a specific friend or family member that lives there already. Number 5, for me, this was very, very important and was my drive as well when I was feeling sad, especially in the beginning, that I was not close to my family and for my decision. So it is very important to know the perspectives that you have in the country that you're going. It is really, really important factor, and it's something that kept me going and going and going, especially in the beginning when I still wasn't sure if this was the right decision to take or not. And I tell you, the beginning is difficult. I was thinking, in the beginning I was like, oh my god, can I go back now? I think I regret it, I want to go back. So on those moments, knowing the perspective of what I could achieve, that kept me in the difficult moments saying that, okay, you are gonna stay here more, you're gonna try more, you're gonna achieve more. So for example, I knew some very good friends of mine had progressed very, very quickly, and that was an example for me in my mind. It was not what the majority had achieved, but I knew that one person had achieved it, so I knew the possibility that this can be achieved, and that goal kept me going and going and going, and being able to search more and more and more on how I'm gonna achieve that. Number 6, I think that it's also very important, if you know someone in the country that you want to go, it's very important to have a conversation with them, because that will help you a lot. There you will be able to ask the questions that you cannot find just typing and searching on the website, because there you can know and ask directly the questions, and then ask questions that are related with the quality of life and with experience. However, it doesn't mean that the experience of only one person is enough for you to have a whole opinion of something, of a situation. But if you really trust that person, then you could consider his or her point of view. But I would say as well, do more research than just one person is possible. But it's very good to at least have someone that will also be able to help you if you move there. Another thing that you can consider a lot, and this is how I did it as well, is considering agencies. So there are recruitment agencies for very specific occupations that there's a shortage in the country that you're going, that they recruit people, and they will help you with your documentation and everything else that you need to prepare to go there. And also most of the times they may also help you to find a house, etc. So that is a huge help. So I would definitely recommend to find those kind of agencies and then do your start, because it will be much better for you, especially if you don't have someone else to help you moving in that country. Another thing that I think is important is knowing you, your strengths and your weaknesses, because going alone in a country is something tough, and you know that you need to build everything from scratch, your social environment, everything, like your colleagues, your friends, your new home, everything. It's a new beginning. It is difficult. So knowing you, your strengths, that you can do it. I have done this and this and this. I believe in myself. That is very important for you. Or if you deeply know in your heart that, you know what, I don't want to be away from my family, I just don't want, then don't just get dragged because someone else is pushing you to do that, because that is your life and your decision. So you need to be very confident in what you're thinking and do. We would ask, is it worthy or not? Obviously there is no straightforward answer to that, and I think that is different from one person to another. I know that for some of my friends, they have already returned back, so they got the experience that they wanted, but that was not for them, so they feel much happier when they return back. For sure, for every decision there you lose something and you win something. Regarding my case, I believe that it was worthy from the aspect that I wanted to achieve different things and I wouldn't have achieved them if I hadn't moved to the UK. That gave me a lot of possibilities and financial freedom to be able to do many things, and also to be in an environment that is very open-minded, and to be able to seek opportunities that I wouldn't be able to seek those ones back where I was. And this is how also I achieved to be in one of my dream jobs at that time. Yeah, what works best for you? This is what you need to consider. I hope this helps you, and I wish you the very best of luck in whatever you choose. To conclude, and what I want to say is that many times we shouldn't be afraid that even if you know that you want to go, you really want to go because of this and this and that, but you are afraid to do that, then in that case I would say don't be afraid. Because the worst case scenario, if you're not risking your life to go there, or if you haven't given or your fortune to go there, I don't know, then the worst case scenario, you can just return back home and then that's it. But also this experience will have evolved you anyway, so you won't lose something apart from some financial aspect, because obviously you will have reinvested in a new country for some period of time. But apart from that, you will have grown more. You will know how the situation in that country is, and then even if you return back, you will know that this is not something for you, that it was in your mind, you decided it, you tried it, you didn't like it. Take a decision consciously that you don't want to be there anymore. So, and I'm pretty sure that those kind of experiences evolve you anyway. You will have tested yourself on how you can survive in another environment, and even if you made it for 1 month, for 2 months, for 3 months, it doesn't matter. You went out of your comfort zone and you did that, and that is an achievement as well. So that's all I have to say for today. Thank you a lot, and if you think that this video will help someone, please share it, like it, write your comments. Thank you very much for watching me. Don't forget to subscribe in the channel for more videos, and like and share. Until the next one.